Hey, hi, and welcome to another weekly connection back at home. Anyway, we're here with Lord Mahay and Sage Amin and Lord Katumi and Lady Nada and Lady Miriam. Because, in case you haven't noticed, there's a lot going on. And I want to thank you all for the wonderful earth work that you have done and doing. Because we still need to go. The major part of that's going to happen in August. And we have so far been able to reduce the amount of energy and activity flowing into the planet from the sun. Remember, everything is predicated on our consciousness. It is our consciousness that lights the way. We still had major earthquakes occurring, and we still had a lot of devastation. Our goal as light seeds, light workers, is to move that energy so that those fault lines can gently move in whatever directions they need to go. So far, we have succeeded. We got through a major thing last week, and now we're going into another. We did, however, have the earthquake in Japan and Italy. It's not going to stop everything, but we're trying to just reduce it so that we can flow smoothly and the earth can make the changes that she needs to make. One of the things that's happening right now is that we and our light must change the world. The world is in chaos. There is war everywhere. There are elections coming. It's important that we, as the light seeds, focus our energy on developing a world, a government that is love, kindness, and compassion, and not anger, volatility, ego, and war. Greed, which they're greeding. Always they're greeding. Anyway. So we're doing that as we walk to 5D. And right now it's really a toss-up as to whether or not we walk there first or the mother takes us there first. It doesn't really matter. Both are certainly occurring at the same time. So let's focus on our walking. We'll focus on the earth and doing our light work as well. But the walking part is the part that humanity seems to have focused mostly on. So we know that we need to change our thoughts, our way of behavior, our way of interacting. And that changes the governments of the world, not just the US, all of the world, all of humanity. Because when you work with love, kindness, and compassion, you are not working with any belief systems at all. You're working from light. I know it feels a very far way right now, but it's not as far away as you think. So our job, as we listen to Saint Germain, is to bring that energy in so that we are the light, and that light generates out through the collective consciousness to all those people who have golf ball size, as David Lynch said, mentality, consciousness. As we push that light into the collective consciousness, we expand more and more. Everyone's consciousness, even the least conscious of all. Yeah, I've always said growth is not an option. You will grow, no matter what. So let's do this. I didn't take my caps off my stuff yet, but that's okay. By the way, it's hot here. All right. So we're going to use the aura spray, clear away any of that debris hanging out on us, words said, words heard, as we talked about in the workshop. It's very important that we not allow our consciousness to take in those negative thoughts. And the cosmic thrust oil, which is, as you all know, my favorite. And we take one drop, rub it into our hands, bring it into our energy field, and cup our hands together. Take that 15-second meditation. Allow that energy to move upward and down so that you are that tether of light, connected heaven and earth, and connecting you and I through time and space. Our third eyes have been going through a lot and opening quite a bit. So take your ascension oil in a clockwise. Ooh, I think I needed that. Not clockwise pattern, to calm down all of those sensory inputs that you're getting as we elevate, and on your nose and on your throat. So I use this oftentimes to calm down my nervous system, as well as this point that we talked about in the workshop. The workshop is going to be up online in the next week or so. So it'll be available for people who didn't get to see it. I'll put on a notice when it's ready. So the job is always what it is. The job is to change ourselves, to change our egos, find those little nuances of our egos that are coming from self, which means it has to do with me, my. In whatever capacity that relates itself, whether it's fear, whether it's greed, whether it's anger, I don't know, what else, whatever. And change those aspects. Find those parts of you that are not in harmony and bam them with light. That's all you got to do. Bam the light. 24/7 on you. On you. Because you are the transition vehicle. You, the light seeds of this planet, are changing the world. And we want to change all governments to love, kindness, and compassion. It is a journey. It is a stretch right now because we're in the midst of 3D fighting for survival. But in the end, every human being wants love. They don't want war. It's the ego that drives them into something they think is right, might. We don't go like that when we are dealing with love. That's not how it works. I remember when I was a kid, I was raised Catholic, and we were taught that we were soldiers for God. And I thought, everything is about fighting. Everything is about demanding that what I think and know is the way you should think and know. But we know. It doesn't work that way, does it? And as much as all these religions try to convince everyone that they have the way, and I do blame religions a lot, because they are like, lots of wars, most wars are started as a result of belief systems about God. I never understood my God, your God. Makes no sense. But to some it does, and that's the point. And that's the point as the light seed that you are, to shift and change that energy so that those people can let go of their ego belief allow themselves to be and feel love, kindness, and compassion. So let's do our jobs as the light seeds we are. Let's bring that light in from source. It is a yummy, wonderful golden light. And we're going to bring it all the way down through and out our feet into the earth. And the one that grabs onto your golden lariat and attaches you heaven and earth. And then we bring that light in and around her grid system and all the way up our backs and back to source and around we go in that orbit of light, connected heaven and earth, protected on all sides. And this is where we start. This is our beginning, to be that fulcrum of light, because we want to change our world governments. We are the way. We are the way to that change. And that means we change us. That means we cannot condone any kind of cruelty. Love never, ever, ever condones or has within it a speck of cruelty. That is human and that is ego. And harming one another is 3D, human, ego-based behavior. So we want to change that through ourselves, so that anything that you have in your mind that is condoning, well, what are we going to do? The ego likes that one. Push the light. You push the light and change the darkness. And through my lifetime, particularly in my youth, I was able to push and change darkness rapidly. This is what we do. We do it now on a global basis, as we are these strong light seeds. We are the force of light that is bringing humanity into love-based consciousness. So that orbit goes round and round. Here we are, just being that love. And we bring that light up, and the water falls out, all 12 of your auras. Because you are working with 12 chakras, 12 auras, and developing that 5D, 12-strand DNA. Your abilities are increasing every day. And the more you let your ego go, the more your abilities come in. Because when we don't care, it happens. When we care, sometimes well, sometimes well. Feel that energy radiating out all the way out. And your outer layer, of course, out another 20 inches so that you have that shield that you can see and understand 3D behavior without ever having to do that crazy stuff. We don't want drama. We do want to understand. And we do want to help others shift and change. So we feel that energy and we focus in at the well of the mother below the root. And this is where we connect with all those forces that are beaming light 24/7 on you to shift and change and grow a lot. Breathe that in. Bring that energy in from God. Feel their love. Feel yourself grow stronger and stronger. Feel your ego let go of needing to control and demand. In 5D, we're very efficient because we don't run by ego or demand. Maybe I'll get together with some of my group and see if I can give you a better idea of what it's like in 5D, because it isn't in your comprehension very much. It's so very different. So feel those energies. And we know we are doing it because when we bring that energy up into the root, we don't care. We don't care. The ego no longer is reacting to all that 3D bobbly, 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 bobbly. Need for drama. Need for I, me. And we know we're doing that because the sacral chakra changes its tune from singing a song of fear to singing a song of love. And we're feeling ourselves come into that energy more and more, where we're caring and kind. And we don't want harm at all. Sometimes things happen. It is, after all. We bring that energy into the spleen and we put that opalescent light and we feel that energy and we understand where our ego isn't in harmony. And we bring our ego into harmony and we understand. And then we radiate that right out our solar plexus. And that's so important. This is the most important step in our evolution because we are putting that understanding into the collective consciousness. And also from the empathic shield on the liver, where we feel those emotions, all that stuff riling you up. Oh, your ego likes that. We now are able to not judge because of the empathic shield, that shield that's on the outer part of your aura. We understand again, and we bring that right out of our hearts to the collective consciousness. And this is where we as light seeds help others grow in all that we do and all that we think. We are co-creating. So let's create loving governments as we come into a time of election for the United States. Love, kindness, and compassion is our goal. You know that all that we are and all that we express ourselves is as love. That's our goal. Always express yourself as love, kindness, compassion, caring for one another, agreeing, no, it's okay. Caring, yes. You have no doubt who you are and what your job is and why you're here. So shine that crown as brightly as you can make it shine. And allow that telepathic notch to sing the song of love, that you are a light seed bringing love, kindness, and compassion to this earth, to humanity. Allow yourself to feel that light and be that light and chase after any part of your ego that doesn't quite get it yet. We are growing rapidly and we are changing the world through our consciousness. So I'll see you next time and have a great week.